Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. It's located on the westbourne of Berlin, and this one is under the command of Fixing Stupid. Yes, that's one of my aliases. That's my NA account. And I'm about to have a battle. Okay, game's on. GW Panther's got a 15cm howitzer. It's mounted on top of a Panther hull, and it's in a turret that can actually swivel, and so it is actually possible to fire over quite a wide arc of the battlefield. Now, they never got around to making this Arty. It was one of those paper proposals that they put forward, but they just never got into building, and it just banged into that IKV-65-2. Wasn't really looking where it was going, and decided to stop and change direction. Well, I know where I'm going, because I'm going to pop down here, because I found a nice little firing position, which is quite a good little firing position here, but you do have to move from this position if the enemy gets close. Okay, well, there's our spot. All these aircraft flying low over the city, and we've got a couple of enemies already coming to sight. There's a T-37 near the bridge, and I'm already loaded. 21.92 seconds, 22 seconds to reload. First shot goes off, a bit hasty actually. I think I should have let that one fully dial in, but the T-37 was making as if he was going to pull away, and I thought, oh, I better fire now before I don't get a chance to fire again. But now he's still sitting there. In fact, he's rocking backwards and forwards, which is not a good move, because it just tells us you are a resident there. And I've picked up another 73 hit points from landing the shell behind him. He's backing away. I've marked him as target. This new targeting system is nowhere near as good as the old one. At least the old one, you got the down arrows, which told everyone that you were targeting a target. Now you just get this cross sword and a figure of human saying one. So I presume that means there's only one person targeting it. Well, I took him out. He's gone. I'm now aiming at the EC-8 that was behind him. In fact, it's a Firefly, not an EC-8, sorry. There you go. And he's still sitting there. Rounds out on him. He manages to pull forward, so he avoids that damage, but he has been stunned, and I am going to target him again. Looks like somebody else is firing on him. Probably the Rudy, who's nearby. And now he's been tracked. And I'm about to shoot. He's burned his repair kit to get moving again. I'm lining up a shot, rounds out, he pulls back, only takes 31 hit points of damage and gets stunned again. But I look at the map and I think that VK3002D on the North Ring Road is actually getting a little too close. So I'm going to move, change position. There's a new firing position down here that I can use amongst these trees, these bushes. Now, it's exposed on the right hand side, but only if the enemy's coming from the south do you need to worry. The good thing is that you can pull back far enough that the enemy's not going to see your fire if you actually are far enough from the bush. So you're using the bush mechanic. That Scorpion's gone, so I'm now going to aim at the strip. I fire a snapshot at him, and I think I probably would have damaged him. At least stunned him. I'm now aiming at the Super Hellcat, waiting for the clock to tick down. Lined up a shot. Now the enemy is capping. I fired a round in at the Super Hellcat, and I'm pretty sure I would have got close. And you can see the T-150. He's actually within visual range. So I backed off a bit to make sure that I'm using the bush mechanic, and I'm now going to hit that T-150 in the cap. Oh, we got a nice hit there in the rear. I'm lining up another one. Yeah, right into his rear. 171 hit points. He's stunned. He's not happy. But instead of actually investigating who actually hits him from such a close range, he actually just moves a bit. And I've locked on. I'm going to auto-aim shot him next time. If somebody else doesn't kill him, I will. And I've just noticed a VK coming up from the other road. He's just killed our Arty. So I've changed position. We've got a couple of tanks going over there to investigate. He's on the north side of the river, and so's the Super Hellcat. But I want a good position so I can actually fire at him from here. Okay, lined up. You can see him there. He's just the north of that shed. He killed both our other Arty. I put one into him for 194. And he backs off a bit. The Super Hellcat's just stopping him from coming around the corner. And he's testing them. And he backs off a bit. You can see through those gaps in the windows. So what am I going to do? I'm going to fire through the window, of course. Rounds out. Right through the window. 293 hit points. He must have been pretty annoyed about that, because he thought he was safe behind a building. Nope, he was actually in danger, and I tracked him as well. So he's only just started moving. And the Super Hellcat's moving as well. And he's backing off now. He knows he's in danger if he stays there. I'm almost loaded. Trying to find a position. Will he pull back? No, he's pulling back. Okay, I can see a gap. There you go. He's in the gap. Rounds out. Right into him. 316 this time. And the E25 senses that he's got the kill and drives around and takes it. So there's 5 left on both sides now. The enemy team have got a heavy, a tank destroyer, the Stewie Mill, and 3 Artys. A GW Panther, an SU-14-1, and an M44. And I've already got 1,136 hit points of damage. Now, the Stewie Mill was last seen near that barricade. And, well, looking around, see if I can find out where he is. I'm actually now looking for enemy Arty trace. I'm not doing it from above. I was actually doing it from battle assistant view, which is not the preferred way of actually looking or hunting down Arty. You normally do it from overhead mode. And there's the KV-2. And he's just stationary with his turret turned to one side, which makes me think he's an AFK. But I put a round into him for 210. And I've marked the spot so I can come back to that. He's right on that path there. And there's the GW Panther. One of the enemy Arty. My opposite number. I'm going to put a round into him because he is mobile. Rounds out. And that hit him directly. Didn't kill him though, but it mostly took all of his hit points away. Makes him a one-shot. Okay, I've marked the KV-2 again. I'm definitely attacking. And my teammates seem to be holding off on the KV-2. They're not going near him. And so I'm going to put another round into him. And RNG makes that shell fall quite some distance away from the spot. And then the other enemy Arty come into sight. We've got an M44. And the other one is the SU-14-1. Well, the SU-14-1 is much slower to move. So I'm going to target him rather than the M44, even though the M44 is more dangerous. Rounds out in the SU-14. Hits the ground. Go back to the KV-2. I lost sight of them. There's the M44, and he's chasing that Hellcat round the corner, which is a very odd move to make. The Hellcat hits him, but he shotguns the Super Hellcat. But now, of course, the Super Hellcat's going to reload before the M44, so kudos to him for having the bravery to do that, but it's a rather foolish thing because it means that he will die. And I'm now looking around. Where's that SU-14 go? There he is. And the M44 is dead. I fire around at the SU-14. And I think he just went round that corner to attack the Super Hellcat. It looks like the M44 must have fired at the Super Hellcat, but blew himself up in the process. And the SU-14-1 has just got killed by the Super Hellcat. So, actually, no, it couldn't have been that way. So I fired another round towards the KV-2. I knew he was there. That's the exact spot we last saw him on. And I'm marking the spot again. Can't see him, but I know that's where he is. My teammates are capping. Now, we know that there's an AFK tank there. And I do put in chat that he's AFK. Because I wanted them to know that they can approach him. There's no reason not to. So I'm just going to harvest all the hit points whilst they're capping. And he is stunned, so long as I keep him stunned. Yeah, I did say AFK, there it is. And they've got the kill, which means the end of the game. So, Rather annoying that you get an AFK heavy on your team, but let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how I did in that one. Well, surprisingly, that was the first class tanker in that one for the GW Panther. I got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 20. I got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on my team. And my win rate from that one was 3,397. I put it in because I thought, well, it's a bit sad that it's an AFK heavy tank, but again, if your teammates won't attack an AFK tank, you know, really they're passing up an opportunity to get more XP from the game altogether. If we look at team score, we can see I did get the highest damage, 2,403 hit points of damage. The highest score on the enemy team was the VK, who got a Pascucci's medal killing both of our Arty. He picked up 1,963 hit points of damage. So I have to thank that KV2 for giving me enough HP to actually pass the VK. When it came to kills, it was actually the P43 Biz and the VK who got the highest. They got 3 kills each. 2 kills to the E25 Super Hellcat and Sturmil, and the Sturmil on the enemy team and their Achilles. I only got the 1 kill in that game, but of course that did give me the Confederate as well. And when it came to base XP, yes, I've got the highest, 962 from that one. 807 goes to the Super Hellcat, who also picked up Pascucci's, and 721 goes to the E25, and the P43 Biz got 11 Slayers. So, let's have a look at detail. I fired 18 rounds in that game, got 6 direct hits, no penetration, but 16 splash. Damage of 2,403 hit points, of which 2,232 were up more than 300 meters. 8 enemy vehicles damage, 1 killed, so there was a 7 difference there. 239 hit points of damage assistance, plus 732 hit points of stun assist, or 15 stuns. I also got 4 defense points because I reset the cap whilst that enemy was capping. Put a shell right into his engine bay. 44,255 credits from the game, 22,127 from personal reserves, so a total of 66,382 altogether. And after ammunition, resupply and consumables, I took away 26,222 credits. I picked up 30 bonds from the battle and 1,443 XP, 721 from personal reserve, and took away 2,164 experience points altogether. So don't be afraid to fire through windows. If you see an enemy tank that's hiding behind a building but they've left an open window through that building, yeah, do fire at it, because you'd be surprised actually. You can probably land the shot right through the window into him, and then he's going to be complaining bitterly, I was hiding behind a house, how could he hit me? Yeah, you left an open window between you and me, and of course, yes, I'm just going to fire around straight through it. And of course, don't be too keen to notify your teammates that an enemy tank is AFK. I mean, that one was AFK. I should have actually just harvested all of the hit points from that KV2 myself, and I would have got an even bigger score and more credits from it. But, well, my teammates were capping, and it would have been much better for the game to end with killing all of the enemy. And that's why I warned them that it wasn't AFK. I think they got the message though after a while. They saw that he was looking the other way, and they realised, yeah, that player's not there. He's not in the game at all. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.